Welcome back to the Meddling Kids Podcast, your groovy review of Scooby-Doo. I'm Julie Kin, and today I'm here to share some big news. I am no longer going to be the host of this show. Instead, a familiar voice, Chris Osborne, who you've heard on the show before, and his wonderful wife, Kayleigh Osborne, are going to be taking it on and making it more conversational the way Stephen and I used to do back when the show first started. I have loved making this podcast so much. It's like my instant gratification project. I have so much fun every week recording, and sometimes it's all I think about. But I'm going to be going back to graduate school for a different area. As you all might know, I'm a psychologist, but I'm going to be studying human computer design and engineering at University of Washington in Seattle. And that sounds like it might take a bit of my time because I still have my day job too. So I'm trying to be an adult, and I know that Chris and Kayleigh are so amazing and they will do great things with this show. Let me tell you a little bit about them in case you haven't been listening to Chris's show, Play Comics Podcast. Those of you who are part of the Meddling Kids Podcast and Scooby-Doo discussion group probably know Chris because of all of his weird food experiments he does. And he's been a fan of Scooby-Doo forever and been supporting Meddling Kids Podcast since the very beginning of the show. Kayleigh Osborne also grew up loving Scooby-Doo, and this is going to be her first permanent full-time podcast, but she's previously appeared on Chris's show on Play Comics to talk about Little Nemo, the Smurfs, the Incredibles, and Asterix. She and Chris both are into so many cool pop culture things, but of course, they share the love of Scooby-Doo. Thanks so much to you listeners. When Stephen and I first started this show about a year ago, it was really just because we both love Scooby-Doo and we both liked talking to each other, so it seemed like a fun little project. I had no idea hundreds of people were going to start listening. You all are amazing. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to keep listening and participating on social media. So please join us at the Meddling Kids Podcast and Scooby-Doo discussion group on Facebook, moderated, of course, by the phenomenal Tiff Franks. It might take Chris and Kayleigh a couple weeks to get on a roll with episodes because apparently there's a little storm headed their way. They live in South Carolina in the United States. Thanks again to all of you for listening in, for sending us fan mail, for just being amazing, amazing community. Also, thanks to Dave Sesday for the use of our theme music. And you'll hear more soon. Catch up with you all on social media.